And a warm welcome to our last What's in this week's Oban Times before Christmas, with me, Finn Nixon.
And me, Kathy Griffiths.
We have lots of interesting news and photographs for you, as always, in this week's newspaper and at www.obantimes.co.uk. And remember that here at the Oban Times, we are always happy to hear your stories and see your photographs as well. You can call us on 01 631 568 000, email editor@obantimes.co.uk, or drop us a message on our Facebook, Instagram or X accounts. So, what stories have we been researching and writing about this week? Kathy, what have you got for us?
Well, if you want to find out what happened at last night's crunch meeting about the future of the Rockfield Centre, make sure you pick up a copy of the Oban Times this week or go online to read all about it. Turning to festivities and more jolly news, cheques to the tune of £800 have been received by 4 charities thanks to a night of song. This was the 4th year that Oban Gaelic Choir has organised a concert as part of the town's Winter Festival. About 250 people packed St John's Cathedral to enjoy performances by 8 of the town's choirs. The evening made a total of £850, and representatives from 4 charities gathered at the Royal Hotel under a Christmas tree to collect their cheques. And do you know what? The remaining £50 was used to thank the youngest performers from the Rockfield Primary School Choir. I suspect there might have been quite a few selection boxes in there. More than 200 pupils had a ball at Oban High School's 2023 Senior Jingles party. We've got some great photos. Masquerade was the theme for the big Christmas event staged at the Corran Halls, where tables were decked with feathers, pearls and balloons. How marvellous. And pupils danced the night away to the sounds of Ruval and DJ Sam Coates. So, and in next week's Oban Times, it'll be the turn of the junior Jingles, so we'll have lots of lovely photos from that as well. Now, I don't know if you've got any pre-Christmas mayhem going on in your household, but the Strang family in New Dunbeg definitely have. We've got some cracking photos of just what their festive lodgers, naughty elves, Pixie, Trixie and Elvin, see what they did there, have been up to. So make sure you grab a copy off your OT or go online. Seeing is believing. Finn, back to you.
Great stuff.
I do believe in Santa Claus. Just thought I'd put that in there. Finn, back to you.
It's nice to see that some people still do believe. And thanks for that, Kathy, and I look forward to reading all those stories in this week's newspaper and on our website. Meanwhile, there will be a feeling of relief in several Argyll communities this week after the A816 Lochgilphead to Oban Road was reconnected. After over 2 months of hard work, Argyll and Bute Council and its contractors were able to open a new emergency detour near Ardfern. Motorists had been taking a long diversion route since the A816 was blocked by 15,000 tonnes of debris after a huge landslide on the 7th of October. A young Oban apprentice has been recognised for his efforts at Drax Cruachan Power Station, bagging 2 awards at the Drax Group Apprentice Awards in Selby, North Yorkshire. Josh Smith had recently played an important role in delivering several complex projects at the Hollow Mountain site near Loch Awe. In other news, a petition has been launched after concerns were raised about plans to cut funding to 2 cornerstone-operated disability and respite services called Clasp and Jigsaw in Argyll and Bute. The petition was launched by Caroline Whitworth Foster, a parent carer who accesses Clasp. It is expected that both services based in Argyll will lose funding when Cornerstone's contract with the Argyll and Bute Health and Social Care Partnership comes to an end on the 31st of March next year. Cornerstone and the partnership have both told the Oban Times that they will be working to find alternative support for families in the region before March. Elsewhere, Argyll and Bute councillors have endorsed the proposed closure of Kilcrennan Primary School, meaning plans for its closure will go out for public consultation. Sandy Neal also has plenty of stories for us this week, reporting that Bid for Oban has estimated that damage caused to the town's firms by the October flooding will cost millions. The business network is urging other businesses to get in touch with their losses and has been asking the council questions about Oban's flood defences. Police Scotland has announced plans to consult and engage the public on proposals to close its vacant buildings in Tarbert and Dalmally. This is part of a public consultation launched on the fate of 29 of its properties across the country. And 2 Argyll rowers are racing across the Atlantic Ocean over the next 2 months to raise money for sea life charities and prove the feat can be achieved while suffering from arthritis. You can read more about their epic adventure in this week's Oban Times. In our latest sports news, Oban Lorne men were made to work hard for a 22-18 victory against DL in atrocious weather conditions at Glencrusen on Saturday. This was their last game of the year, as the Oban Lorne ladies were defeated on their travels by Ayr. And in our Shinty Roundup, we detail a Macaulay Cup draw which has thrown up some interesting fixtures, with Oban Camanachd and Oban Celtic facing off in the south section. The Cup's opening fixtures will also see a derby match between Call Glen and Kyle's Athletic, while Inveraray take on Glasgow Mid-Argyll. Don't forget you can read all these stories and much more at www.obantimes.co.uk or by picking up a newspaper in local shops and garages. And don't forget, if you have a story, please get in touch. You can call us on 01 631 568 000, email editor@obantimes.co.uk or message us on one of our social media platforms. From the Oban Times team, we hope you have an enjoyable and hopefully relaxing Christmas, and we will be back in our makeshift podcast studio next Wednesday. For now though, thank you for listening, and it's goodbye from me, Ben Dixon.
Goodbye from me, Kathy Griffiths. Merry Christmas!
Bye!
Hey, hey, hey!